anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Welcome to Bracket Bastards, the podcast. We take a bracket of 32, 64, 128 or more and banter our way down to a winner. I am your host this week who actually gets to vote for the first time, I believe, this month. And this is...
It is
There you go.
How am I so like this all the time? I'm such a freaking mess. It's awful. But I am still your favorite senator of all time from the great state of Bastardom, Miss Senator Bubbles over here. And this is...
Josh from the We Love Wrestling podcast. Been here a bunch of times and I love it. So ready to have some fun on my anniversary. So
Happy anniversary.
Okay, it's fine.
Well, happy ball and chain day.
Hey, thank you.
I'm Kevin from the Mod Squad Network and Back to the Retro Review, and this is one of my cohorts.
The F you call me, man. I'm Felix from the Mod Squad Network as well. And Josh, I gotta say, I just realized when you said your the title of your show, it's we, and I think that is so brilliant, man. I love that.
Yeah, it's I always pronounce it we every time. It's kind of a tongue. We love wrestling. Yeah. I do have to say I'm thinking about changing it just because if we get big, then
you're gonna have to drop it. So
exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's clever, but we'll see if it sticks around.
I mean, that's kind of a small reason why we changed the Mod Squad to the Mod Squad Network, because everyone kept calling us the Mod Squad. I mean, that was in the back of my mind the whole time, but
yeah.
So my question was anybody we're just gonna let Bubbles go until she figured out that she was on mute the entire time?
I was wondering this. I was gonna say something.
You
and I'm like,
bastards.
nah.
I was Bubbles, I can hear you.
Speaking of being bastards, we are on a bastard show today. As I said before, it's 32, 64, 128 or more. This is not one of those. We're doing another Versus episode. We're also concluding season 5 of we go year round, but of course we end up season. So this is our 150th episode today, guys.
Wow.
So celebrating on that one as well.
Congratulations.
Coming up on year 3 in about 2 months, but congratulations all the way around. We have a couple rules, a couple of regulations, a couple of lifelines, stuff like that. Is number 1, Pass the Parcel is not in play today. There are 5 people on the screen, which means I actually get to vote today. Other than that, there's Steal a Vote, which since we are doing a Sweet 16, that means Steal a Vote goes all the way up into the semifinal round, which means if you happen to use it correctly, you can make sure your pick goes into the final round. And as always, is the blowing a load, which means since we vote round robin style on here, as always, you're one of the first people to go and don't want to be one of the first people to go, you can blow your load. That means you're going last. If somebody else blows their load before you, you're no longer going last. You're going directly before them, and so on and so forth. If you happen to blow your load and somebody has to steal a vote, they can steal your vote. Your vote is in play because you have not voted yet. So please keep that in mind. It's been used like that multiple times, and it's probably one of the most bastard moves to do. I get to start this off. This week we are talking about karate movies. We're pinning Mr. Jackie Chan and Mr. Jet Li, 2 people who I believe has only been in the same movie one time. I think it's like the forbidden something or other. But they are 2 of my favorite karate movies type things. So we're going to go ahead and celebrate them. I start us off. It's either on Jackie Chan's side, it's either The Police Story or representing Jet Li, The One. I'm going to go with The One on this one. Doing this entire bracket, I was looking at this, and I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan. I am.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a bigger Jackie Chan fan than Jet Li. But looking at this bracket, I'm sitting there going, it's like, Jet Li has some goated movies.
He has some bangers.
He
has some
bangers for sure.
serious mojo when it comes to this. And the one, I love the storyline. I love the action. I love the music. The soundtrack on this entire fucking thing is fantastic. I've seen The Police Story once. It was like Jackie Chan's first movie in the U.S. when he moved over here. It doesn't hold a candle. Going movie to movie, it just doesn't hold a candle. So the one gets my vote. Bubbles, is it the one or Police Story?
I'm gonna go with the one because as far as The Police Story, I'm not sure if I've seen it. It's not really standing out as far as one that like I'm recognizing, but the one on the other hand, that one was pretty good. So I'm gonna go with that one.
The one gets 2 votes off of that one. Josh.
Okay, so I agree with you, Freddie. I am probably more of a Jackie Chan fan, but I also love Jet Li. A quick honorable mention for Jet Li because it's obviously not going to be in the list because it's a game. I don't know if anybody ever played the game Jet Li Rise to Honor.
No,
but it was sick. I wish they'd remastered. It was so good. Anyways, but having said that, this is nowhere near one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies. I got to go Jet Li, the one on this one.
Gets a vote, Kevin.
In honor of Josh and his love for WWE, I'm going to throw up my ones and go for the one.
Not until the real tribal chief comes back. Felix, finish this out.
I'm going to have to go with the one because honestly, I know I've seen both of them. The one sticks out more for me. I'm like trying to remember the Jackie Chan one. I just can't. But so I have to go with the one.
That is a 5-0. And Bubbles, what is that?
That's a sweep, bitches. It looks like I've got to come off this broom and sweep up some messes.
The one moves on 5-0 after that one. Bubbles starts this one off. Bubbles, is it on the Jet Li side, is it War, or on the Jackie Chan side, Rush Hour 2?
I absolutely love the Rush Hour movies. Like, that's going to be my vote, hands down.
Rush Hour 2 gets a nod on this one. Josh?
The Rush Hour movies were my childhood. Seriously, like, me and my brother watched all the Rush Hour movies in a row over and over and over and over again. We fucking love those movies. Rush Hour 2 gets my nod here for sure. Great. I just set myself up to get my vote stolen later. Son of a bitch. I do this every time.
Well, if I went with the one first, then that would mean that this one would have to be the 2s. So Rush Hour 2.
Felix.
I thought this one would be a little bit more harder, man, but this is way easy so far. I have to go with Rush Hour 2. Even though I feel it was a big drop off from the first one, it was still great.
I'm going to have to go with War on this one. This is a Jet Li and Jason Statham movie. Although I'm going to go with War more for Jason Statham than for Jet Li. This movie
I did forget that Jason Statham was in the movie, and he is my favorite martial artist.
But it's still Rush Hour 2, though. So
yeah. I mean, and that's the point. It's Rush Hour 2. I personally think Rush Hour is my favorite trilogy of all time. When you're going movie for movie for movie on trilogies, the Rush Hour series is probably like my favorite trilogies. We will be doing for our 3rd year anniversary. We'll be doing a trilogies bracket. Rush Hour is definitely on that one.
Hell yeah!
So there's going to be a whole bunch of shit going on. Rush Hour 2 moves on 4-1 to the next round.
Going to win that.
I doubt that. Josh starts us off on this one. On the Jackie Chan side, is it Shanghai Nights or Jet Li, the Mulan remake?
I actually didn't necessarily care for the Mulan remake. I don't know. That's that nostalgia thing. So I got to go Shanghai Nights on this one.
Shanghai Nights gets a nod, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't remember the Mulan remake as much as Shanghai Nights, so I'm gonna go Shanghai Nights.
Felix.
It's another easy one for me. Shanghai Nights.
Again, movie for movie. I usually go comedy over serious movie. I think the acting in Mulan is far better than the acting in Shanghai Nights. With Shanghai Nights already moving on, I will be giving my vote to Mulan.
Yeah, but it's a kung fu movie. The acting should be bad, right?
That's true.
Like, isn't that kind of the
it's not a kung fu movie though. It's more of a Disney movie. He just happens to be in it.
That's true. That's fair.
And he plays a badass villain too. Like, he's one of the best villains I've seen in a long time. So Mulan gets this one. Probably the only time I'll ever vote for Mulan, that rendition of it. Bubbles, finish this out.
You know what? I am glad that Moulin Rouge got a vote, because if nobody else was going to vote, that's the way that I was going to go. Because I did think it deserved at least one vote today. However,
The fact, I don't know if you did that on purpose or not. That's the problem.
I don't think she did.
I don't think I did. But
listen, now I'm imagining Jet Li in Moulin Rouge, and it makes no sense, but I love it. Now I need to see it. Anyways,
I mean, he might just be able to can. So
you know. You know what? We're gonna scratch that, because sometimes I'm just here for the ride. Okay.
So what's your vote there left?
It is gonna go ahead and be Shanghai Nights, because I fucking love that movie too.
Yeah.
Shanghai Nights moves on 4-1 to the next round. Kevin starts us off. Kevin, is it the third Mummy movie? So Dragon Warrior, the Tomb of the Dragon Warrior, or Drunken Master?
Drunken Master. Oh, that one's easy. Yeah.
Drunken Master gets a nod off of that one. Felix.
Yeah. Hey, before I answer, I'll throw out some bad news. Beverly Hills Cop John Ashton just passed away.
Oh, shit.
I love seeing him in Axel F, man. It's sad. What was it again? I'm sorry.
The Drunken Master or the third Mummy movie?
Oh, the third Mummy movie. I love those.
I'm going to go with the third Mummy movie as well. I enjoyed Drunken Master. I enjoyed the storyline of it. It's just, I love how these are two completely different type of people, because Jackie Chan's more of a comic.
Yeah.
Jet Li is more of a badass type thing. And again, I usually go for the comedy, but the Mummy movie is really good. Plus, like, one of my favorite gladiator scenes of all time is in this particular movie, when they light the entire fucking place on fire. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go with that one for that. Bubbles, is it the third Mummy movie or Drunken Master?
I'm going to go with the Drunken Master. I really just did not enjoy the third Mummy movie.
Yes, Josh, you did the math correct. You are tie-breaking decision on this one. Drunken Master or the third Mummy movie?
I think that the Drunken Master style of fighting is maybe the coolest style of martial arts ever. And just for that alone, I gotta go Drunken Master here. Although the Mummy movies were great. I don't have anything bad to say about either movie, but Drunken Master is awesome.
I get it.
Yeah, it was.
Drunken Master moves on to the next round. Be right back right after this break. Bubbles, you have any ads this week or no?
Nothing like personally, but I am excited to say that my sister Andy and her partner Hollis are definitely making some moves with Don't Call Me Lady. So if you have not had an opportunity to like YouTube music or just kind of search them up, I just doing so because who knows? Maybe you're going to be one of their very first fans while they're getting up and started. I mean, well, they're kind of midway there now. They're doing some gigs.
I follow them on Instagram. Good follow.
Oh, yay!
Thank you.
I follow them on Facebook too. They're always dropping some cool shit. Previous guests on the show, by the way, I can't wait to have them back. They're a blast. As far as I go, we have a couple things coming out. We the September, as we record, the September episode for the recasting call is out. We did the movie She's All That. Coming up, going out, we also have the movie Scream, the 1996 version. We recasted that one. It is coming out on, I believe, the 3rd of October, whatever this happened. This upcoming Thursday is. That's when it's coming out. And we are currently going next month, for the month of November, football season. So we're recasting the movie Any Given Sunday, and I finally got to watch it again. So we know what characters we're recasting and everything else. So on the first Thursday of November, make sure to watch out for that one as well. And I think that's all the Bastards news we have currently, with the exception of course, at the end of the year, we unfortunately added another name to the remembering list. McGonagall happened to leave us this week, so one's up for her as always. But at the end of each year, we always do a memorial show. I always head it, but people are always welcome to bring their names and the people that they remember that we happen to leave this year. So somberness, but that's not what this show's about. Welcome back for the second half of round one. It looks like Felix finally gets his call. He starts us off. Is it on the Jackie Chan side? Is it the original Rush Hour movie? Or on the Jet Li side, Romeo Must Die?
Ooh, fuck you, Freddie.
Yeah,
that is one. I totally recall watching both in theaters, but I remember she wanted to go watch it, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie. I don't want to watch this movie. I'm thinking Romeo and Juliet the whole time, and then of course the beautiful Aaliyah, God rest her soul. Wait, Aaliyah? Yeah, Aaliyah, right?
Yeah.
And God, I really, that, even the soundtrack. But I have to go with Rush Hour. I feel like I'm cheating here, but I have to go with Rush Hour on this one. This is a hard
I know
one.
these fuck you Freddy matchups are really like,
yes.
You son of a bitch.
I have a favorite in this entire thing, and I love the Rush Hour franchise, as I've said before. I'm going to go with Romeo Must Die on this one. I believe as a movie itself, the movie is actually better. I love comedies, but again, if you're going shot for shot, movie for movie, move for move, the best thing about Rush Hour are the outtakes.
Those are pretty funny too.
I would dispute that, but then I don't know if I can.
You'd probably be wrong. It's at least in the top 3 best things about those particular movies, especially when you get into the third one. But Romeo Must Die is gold from jump. It's almost as much as gold for me as the movie Hardcore Henry. If you guys happen to remember that one.
I haven't seen it. I wanted to see it.
Okay. Remember the movie Doom?
Yes.
The Rock. Okay. Remember how like the last couple minutes of that movie is all shot in like first person video game?
Yeah.
Okay. This entire movie is shot in first person video game, and it's an action movie. If you guys get a chance to go watch the movie Hardcore Henry, it is. Don't eat beforehand.
Is that the one where they end up in an island at the end? Not to throw out spoilers or anything.
I honestly don't remember because I can only watch it piece by piece without getting ill in the same part. So
motion sickness.
Yeah, motion sickness is the thing in this movie. It is nuts.
The one time
definitely
that ever happened to me was on Cloverfield. The first time I saw it in the theaters, I came out of that and I had to like step out a couple times because I felt dizzy or some shit. I don't know. Unless I was having a heart attack or something. I don't know. But that one gave me the motion sickness. The only movie ever to do it.
But I'm going to tie it up on this one. It's going to be Romeo Must Die, shot for shot. It's slightly better than Rush Hour. But then again, that's one of those per day type thing. Tomorrow I may feel different. It's definitely as you say, fuck you, Freddy type situation.
Yes,
Bubbles.
Yes, it is.
Is it Rush Hour or Romeo Must Die? Prefer not to. They don't reach that far.
No, not me. You know.
Reach that far.
Anyways.
I'm gonna go with Rush Hour on this one.
Gets a nod, Josh.
I mean, like I said earlier, I watched the Rush Hour movies over and over again, and the quote that keeps coming into my head is, "Man, nobody understands the words coming out your mouth." I gotta go Rush Hour on this one.
Yeah, we say that here in this household daily almost.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Yeah.
Kevin finishes up.
All right. Well, since I am not a tiebreaker, I'll give another nod to not Rush Hour. Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die gets to vote. Does not get the win. It is 3-2. I completely dropped my fucking marker.
No matter which one won, I wouldn't have been upset with.
I wouldn't have been upset either, but Rush Hour is now facing my pick to win this entire thing, my personal pick to win this entire thing. So, speaking of, I did set these, but I did not set these to my specifications. I set these to, I believe this was Ranker who did this one. So the top 8 that are out there enough for people to know. The top ranked Jackie Chan was 1 through 8. Top ranked Jet Li movies 1 through 8 was set in their respective spots, making up the 16. So 2 of my favorite movies will be going against each other in the quarterfinals for us. I start this one off. It's either Shanghai Noon or Unleashed. I'm going to sound like a Jackie Chan hater because I'm pretty sure I have not voted for a Jackie Chan movie since we started. But Unleashed is such a better movie than Shanghai Noon is. It's not, but that's not Jackie Chan's fault. That's Owen Wilson's fault on that particular one. And I apologize for that one, but Unleashed is just, again, from jump, it's a damn good movie. It's a damn good story. It's something it's a position I wouldn't want to be fucking put in either. So I don't blame him for it. Unleashed will be getting my vote on this one. Bubbles, is it Unleashed or Shanghai Noon?
I liked Unleashed just fine. Shanghai Noon, on the other hand, I think has one of like my favorite, and it's like an off of the wall kind of scene. So like when they cut his braid off and like the emotion that Jackie Chan put into his face on that, like even as like, because I think that came out when I was super young, but like even watching it then, I think that was probably the one scene that just absolutely captivated me. The pain, the hurt, because that was so big in his culture, and that was like so big throughout the movie. Like, you don't fuck with his braid, like don't touch his braid. And like they kind of made it jokingly later on, but at the same time, like I said, just how much like you killed his culture and you could see it on his face, you know, and that's actually like probably the biggest reason I'm picking that movie. But overall, I did enjoy the Shanghai Noon.
Shanghai Noon needs a nod. Josh.
I actually think Unleashed is one of Jet Li's best movies. And Well, I like Shanghai Noon. Comparatively, I have to go Unleashed. Yeah.
Gets a nod, Kevin.
Fuck Jackie Chan's Braid, Unleashed.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal in most states. Kevin, that was absolutely horrible. Felix finishes out.
Hey, first I want to give a shout out to Pamela Hicks. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna have to go against you guys, man. I have to go with Shanghai Noon. Sorry about that.
And then there's the bathtub scene as well when they're doing the fucking hand things in the bathtub and they're, oh my God.
Kevin saying fuck Jackie Chan's Braid was a heel turn. Oh, what?
Unleash moves on 3-2 to the next round. Bubbles starts us off. Bubbles, is it the Tuxedo or the Expendables?
It's like a decent one too.
Oh God, I like both of these. I think I'm gonna go with the Expendables on this one, actually.
Gets a vote, Josh.
Yeah. So I hear around the time the Expendables came out, a lot of people shit on it because they're like the plot makes no sense. I'm like, no. You don't understand. The point of the Expendables is to shove as many action stars into a movie as possible, and the plot does not fucking matter at all. It is stupid, but that's why it's so fucking good. I love the Expendables. I stood up for that movie so much when it came out. The rest of them were just as bad and good as the first. Gotta go Expendables here. He was awesome in that.
Gets a vote, Kevin.
Yeah, even though it's the supporting cast on the Expendables elevated it much more than a standout version, I got to go Expendables.
Gets a vote and the win off of that one, Felix.
This is pretty close. This is a pretty good one. I'm gonna have to stay with the Expendables though. Especially that first one.
I'm gonna have to ruin the sweep for you, Bubbles.
That's okay. I need to fly high tonight, so I'm gonna need that broom.
I'm a fan of the Tuxedo. I'm a fan of Jennifer Love Hewitt as well. Like one of her best looking, visual wise, one of her best movies as well. It's a movie that has a good plot. It has a good story. And it has a good value to it as well, but it's more made for the family type stuff. So I think this is the first time I'm voting for Jackie Chan, and he loses horribly. So thank you for that. Expendables moves on 4-1, faces another 4-1 in the next round. Josh finishes out this round. Is it on the Jackie Chan side? Is it Around the World in 80 Days, or on the Jet Li side, Cradle to the Grave?
Oh man,
another good one.
Yeah,
that's a fuck you, Freddie, man. So I have no reasoning other than just I'm gonna have to go Around the World. Nostalgia mostly.
All right,
Probably.
Kevin.
Man, I'll go Cradle to the Grave.
Both are good answers.
Yeah.
Felix.
I think I've been heavy on Jackie Chan, but this one's got to be Cradle to the Grave.
I have definitely not been heavy on Jackie Chan. I've been really heavy on Jet Li, and Jet Li will be getting my vote on this one. Jackie, I get the entire nostalgia part of it. I really do. But before we started, we were talking about the best era for like modern wrestling type stuff. And the issue of the entire 90s came up, the Attitude Era, the glory of the Attitude Era. And then we were sitting there talking and realized that it kind of sucked.
It sucked? Yeah, no, I know. The current era is the best era of wrestling.
It's
fight me.
But you can't know that until you have hindsight. So you're going to have to wait about probably 10, 15 years before this era actually gets done and you can look at it as an entirety. So 80 Days was not a good movie. Just wasn't. Like Jackie Chan is known for his humor, and it wasn't a good movie. It's a good story. I enjoyed the story. I always have enjoyed the story. It's been done multiple times, but this was just not a good version of it. It's like having Johnny Depp in playing Tonto. It's just Jackie Chan does not fit the sidekick role at all. Doesn't.
It's a good comparison.
I'm gonna have to give it to Cradle to the Grave because Cradle to the Grave is as far as a karate type movie type thing, and again, shot for shot, Cradle to the Grave is just a damn good movie. So give it to that and the win. Bubbles, Around the World in 80 Days or Cradle to the Grave?
First off, fuck you, Freddie. Hard
even.
I'm pretty sure your husband will have a problem with that, but okay.
Oh, you had a problem when I said it. What? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Now you get it.
Do I have a new Josh for a husband right now? What up, hubby? No, but I enjoyed Around the World in 80 Days, so you can just fucking shove it, okay? And that's gonna be my vote, just because you hated so fucking hard, man. Like, I don't understand this amount of hate. I do agree, Jackie Chan is much better as a leading role than he is a supporting role. I do agree with that. But I did enjoy Around the World, and so.
If I was psychic, I would have stolen Freddie's vote there. That would have been good.
Right? Like, damn, I'm so mad I'm going last right now.
Speaking of stealing votes, everybody steal a vote and everybody blowing a load is still in play. We'll be right back right after this break. Kevin, how you been?
I've been good, man. Been real good. You can find me on Back to the Retro Review, where I review movies from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I'm sorry. And you can also find me on the Mod Squad Network. Definitely go check us out. I also do a budget podcasting review on Back to the Retro Review. So if you're into budget podcasting gear, definitely check that out as well.
Ooh, interesting.
It is.
And Felix, where do you come from? This is your.
Kevin knows what I want to say, but it's very inappropriate. But I'm from the Mod Squad Network.
I should have worded that differently. I do apologize.
Yeah, we were doing an interview and that was said, and I'm like, I froze because I wanted to say it, and then we turned around and find out the dude was a pastor, so I'm glad I didn't say it. But Mod Squad Network, where we do movie news, we have a horror show, we have a gamer show, we have conversations with the Mod Squad where we interview different content creators and ask them the exact same questions, hard-hitting ones like, is a hot dog a sandwich? And then we do have a live every Saturday with a giveaway.
Hey, you guys looking for guests?
Yes. Yes, I was actually going to ask. I was actually going to ask Bubbles and you, Josh, after we got done.
I think I've already agreed to it, but we just have not said anything because I just said this to somebody. I'm a rolling ball of chaos, and nothing is ever together. I just roll with the
last minute. That totally sounds like me, to be honest with you. Yes, Kevin.
By the way, a hot dog's a taco, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways.
Yeah, I was about to say, hot dog's a taco.
It would be a tortilla, bro. Like, what are you doing? You eating your hot dogs on a tortilla? Absolutely not.
But we've had every answer from that to stuffed bread.
Yes.
No, it's a sandwich, okay? Like you just flat that shit out and it's a bologna sandwich. Like you fry that shit up.
Have you ever heard of the cube rule of food?
No, but it sounds ridiculous before I even listen. Like I just
if the bread is on the sides and the bottom, that's a taco. I don't make the rules.
It's okay to be wrong, Josh.
Yeah. It is absolutely okay to be wrong, Josh.
I don't usually say this, but I agree with Josh on this one. Hot dog is a taco. Now, my wondering is like if the bread splits because like you put too much chili on it,
then it becomes a sandwich.
Is it still a sandwich at that point? Okay.
It is still a sandwich. I mean, like, have you never eaten a messy sandwich?
No.
By the way, I also think a submarine sandwich is a taco. I will take no questions. Anyways.
You've never had like a pulled pork sandwich.
It's called submarine sandwich.
Nope.
So if it drips off,
I mean, usually Bubbles,
cake, but it's goddamn not a cake.
If I have my hands like this and there's stuff dripping off my face, I'm not eating something that I'm allowed to talk about in generalized public. All right. Granted, it's usually like this and not like this, but like.
You know, it comes in all sizes, Freddie.
As long as it comes, I should be fine.
Right, that's the goal.
Yep. The explosion at the end, man. Fireworks. On that note, welcome back. This is to round 2. This is actually round 3 or whatever happens to be. This is the quarterfinal matchups. Kevin starts us off. Kevin, is it Rush Hour 2 or Unleashed?
I'm blowing my load.
Already, Kevin?
Yeah. Hey.
Well, we were just talking about it. So, Felix.
It got me there.
Yeah, it did.
Felix, Rush Hour 2 or Unleashed?
Is a better movie. I have to go with Rush Hour 2 just for the nostalgia.
Get some nod. I'm gonna tie this bitch up. Josh said before that Unleashed is probably Jet Li's best movie, and I tend to disagree with him, but it's also one of those toss-up type things because Jet Li's movies are fucking fantastic. So I'm not going to say this one is the best, but it's pretty fucking close, and I wouldn't mind it winning the entire thing either. So Unleashed gets my nod. Bubbles, is it Rush Hour 2 or Unleashed?
It's definitely going to be Rush Hour 2. So the other actor in there, that's Chris Tucker, right? Like,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to him? Because I mean, like, I have done research, but I didn't. So if somebody knows,
he found God, which is the reason why they're not making another movie.
Really, I've heard rumors that they're actually gearing up to make another Rush Hour movie.
Then it'll probably be a legacy one. Because he can't make the same jokes. The same reason why he's not in the entire New Friday movies too is because he can't condone that those kind of jokes anymore.
Hey Josh,
Christians aren't allowed to be funny.
Josh, check out Movie Talk Mondays on the Mod Squad, and you get real news there, real movie news.
There you go.
Not saying, but I'm saying.
I love it.
Either way, Rush Hour 2 gets Bubbles' vote on that one. Josh, is it Rush Hour 2 or Unleashed?
So I know I've talked up Rush Hour so much, and I do love the whole series. I even love 3. I'll say it. Having said that, knowing that Rush Hour 1 is still in this, and comparing Rush Hour 2 and my mind just went blank. Unleashed. I have to go Unleashed here.
Dude, did you
Which
know?
means blowing your load did absolutely nothing. I'm sorry.
No, because it is a tie game. But does that warrant a steal a vote or not?
For me?
Yes.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I wouldn't mind whoever wins. To be honest with you, this one.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'd be okay either way. So I'm gonna let Kevin.
If it was
break the
one
tiebreakers.
that was right there, I would. But is this the last round we have to steal?
No. You can steal all the way up into and including the semifinal round.
Okay.
So you have multiple matchups left. And I will give you warning before that happens. So, Kevin, you blew your load. You are tie-breaking decision on this one. We do not know who is facing in the next round, so I can't give you that information. Is it Rush Hour 2 or Unleashed?
Kevin.
I am going to go with Unleashed. Only because Rush Hour is still in it. The original Rush Hour, with like Josh
I can't
said.
hate. That was way better.
Yeah.
So I can't hate. I get it.
Unleashed moves on 3-2 to the next round. Felix starts this one off. On the other side of the board, is it Drunken Master or Cradle to the Grave?
Cradle to the Grave.
Gets a nod. I'm going to agree with him on that one. I like Drunken Master. It's not one of Jackie Chan's better movies, but it definitely deserves a spot that in the top 8 that it's gotten. However, Cradle to the Grave is, again, shot for shot, one of the better karate movies out there, per se. So I'm going to go Cradle to the Grave. Bubbles, Cradle to the Grave or Drunken Master?
I'm going to go Drunken Master on this one.
Josh?
I know I said that Drunken Master is my favorite martial arts style, but movie versus movie, I think Cradle to the Grave beats it, so it gets my vote.
And the win, Kevin.
To quote his co-star, X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
Rest in peace to DMX. Cradle to the Grave moves on 4-1 to the next round. Next up, I start us off, and it's either The One or Rush Hour.
Ooh. We did this one to ourselves.
Freddie.
We did this one to ourselves. Can't even blame Freddie for this one.
Nah, he had it planned. I don't know. I'm joking.
I love both of these movies. What the fuck you talking about? I love both of these movies. I really do. I think The One is, to be perfectly honest, I think The One is Jet Li's best movie, and I think Rush Hour is Jackie Chan's best series.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because the only other series he really has is the entire Shanghai one, and even then that's not really good. However, looking at the board, I kind of want to fuck myself over on this one, so I'm going to steal a vote. I'm going to steal Bubbles' vote.
Oh, fuck off, Freddie.
Because I know for a fact Bubbles is going to be going against what I'm going to be voting for. I'm going to go for The One on this one. This is the movie that when I said that Josh may be wrong about having Unleashed being Jet Li's top movie, this is the 1 and 1A type thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to screw myself over. So I'm going to steal Bubbles' vote, and I'm going to give it to The One on this one. But Bubbles, since your vote doesn't technically matter, but I still want to hear your opinion.
Listen,
I'm
the middle child. I'm used to not mattering, okay? But as you said, you are well aware that my vote would have been Rush Hour. And you can just fuck off with that kind of bullshit right now. You see what he did to you guys? He made you guys like, he totally convinced you guys to pick that other movie and go against Rush Hour so he could fuck us out of this Rush Hour. You did. You knew, you mastermind.
That was Kevin's vote. I had no.
Yeah, Kevin.
We went from blame Freddie to blame Kevin. What the fuck?
You did do the heel turn earlier.
Listen, you're easier to forgive. Freddie, he's been around so long that I can stay angry. I can stay salty.
I I am an asshole, and usually I'm the salty one there, Bubbles. So
I can be salty for a little bit. It's okay.
damn. All right. Rush Hour does not get that particular vote off of this one. Josh, is it the one or Rush Hour?
See, I said I set myself up for having my vote stolen later. I thought you were about to steal my vote.
Nah.
But honestly, it doesn't really matter whether you stole mine or Bubbles. You knew I was going to vote for Rush Hour as well. So here's what I'm thinking. I am almost certain Felix is going to vote for Rush Hour. I, however, do not quite know who Kevin is going to vote for, and if I want Rush Hour to move on, I'm going to have to steal Kevin's vote. I'm going to do it. I'm stealing his vote for Rush Hour. I might have just wasted my vote, but
that is 2 votes for Rush Hour on that one. Kevin, what was your vote?
Rush Hour.
Ah, shit. Oh, well, you know.
Watch it be reversed. But you are tie-breaking decision, Felix.
Holy
Felix,
shit, watch.
You have the option.
The biggest heel turn of all time.
Let me
well,
embrace
I'm gonna let you soak that in because I'm gonna sweeten the pot a little bit for you too. You're not giving anything up on this one. There's no penalties for it whatsoever. But since you are a tie-breaking decision, and we do know who it will be facing in the semifinals, you have the ability to know who is facing in the semifinals. Do you want this option?
Do I lose anything? I don't lose nothing.
You don't lose anything. It's just you can either keep it a secret or not.
And if it happens again in your tie-breaking decision, and we know who it's going to be, you are able to get to know who.
Yeah,
even though I like that option, Josh picked it up early on. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go with Rush Hour.
Damn. The tribal chief of this bracket.
Suck it, Freddie.
And that was
Sorry,
smart of you,
Freddie.
Josh.
I had to do it to you. Oh, wait.
I honestly wouldn't have known what Kevin would have picked. So I thought it was, but I was thinking, you can't steal a vote backwards, can you? It's only whoever's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Like they have not, unless they blew their load. Okay. Type thing. So their vote hasn't been done yet.
Yeah. So if their vote hasn't been counted in yet.
So like before Kevin blew his load, and Josh had the ability to steal Kevin's vote on the Rush Hour versus Unleashed vote. He had the option to steal Kevin's vote because Kevin blew his load, and he ended up stealing Kevin's vote anyway, just on a different one. Rush Hour moves on 3-2. I will reveal why I wanted the one to move on later on, but I started that one off. So Bubbles starts this one off. Bubbles, finishing up the quarterfinals, is it Shanghai Knights or the Expendables?
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the Expendables on this one. Yeah.
Expendables gets a nod. Josh.
I will say there are going to be some pissed off people if Expendables wins this whole fucking thing.
It won't.
I know. I'm just. Can you imagine the hate? I think of the Shanghai series of Jackie Chan's, this is the best. And while I do really like the Expendables, the thing I was bragging about it earlier can only go so far. I'm going to go with Shanghai Knights on this one.
Kevin.
Knights is trash. Expendables.
Felix.
This one's hard, but it's not, but it is, because
That's what
Jackie Chan was like not first or second or third star in the Expendables, so he wasn't really. I mean, not Jackie Chan. You know what I mean?
I wasn't going to correct you.
I caught it though. But over here, Jackie Chan is, one of two main characters. So I'm gonna have to go with Jackie Chan instead of Jet Li on this one. So Shanghai Noon.
Well, it's Shanghai Nights. Shanghai Noon is
Nights.
well
I'm
out.
sorry.
I'm tie-breaking decision. The reasoning I'm choosing what I'm choosing does correlate with the person the was it's facing. So I will let you guys know. It's facing Cradle to the Grave in the semifinals.
So it wouldn't really matter.
I think Expendables has a better chance of beating Cradle to the Grave than Shanghai Nights would. I want Cradle to the Grave to win.
We're gonna go.
So I'm gonna go with Shanghai Nights on this one.
Oof.
I don't personally believe it needs to be in the semifinals, but there's so many other better movies on that list.
Yep.
3-2 faces a 4-1 in the next round. Be right back right after this break. We have a thank you to review, guys. Let me find my piece of paper so I can do this properly. All right. Before I became a podcaster, I never thought all these requests for 5 stars actually mattered. Well, I was wrong. But being the bastards we are, we're not just going to ask you to spend those valuable 3 seconds with nothing in return because it's kind of rude. But I'll trade you for it. If you send us a screenshot of your 5-star review, either on YouTube or whatever your favorite podcaster happens to be, along with a matchup you want us to vote on, we will not only shout you out on the show as a thank you, but we'll do your matchup live on air. It will be our thank you to review. Today's thank you to review comes from Jared. Morning/evening, you misfits. I have a slight issue with your show the other day.
Uh-oh.
Not the show itself, but on how to describe it. I hope you've had this same issue. What I mean is all podcasts have a topic or genre that they kind of adhere to. You guys do a potpourri that kind of go all around. I ended up calling it a quote unquote Princess Bride show where it has everything and it can't really be only one thing. So keep that up. 5 stars on Spotify for me, and my friend will do the same as soon as he watches The Princess Bride and actually catches my reference. My tie 2R, which is spelled tie like the necktie, 2 TOO and RARE. That's how you spell this, which translate to the TY number 2 then R, which I just wanted to point that out because it was fucking genius. Okay. My thank you to review question is, with all the new AI voices going around, what famous voice do you want to replace you on the show? Not them talking, like not their opinions and stuff, but your words, just their voice.
That's a good question.
That was
I know Jared Franks on that one. Jared did not give a location where he's at, but that's okay. Jared Franks, I thank you for the question.
I'm a PI. I'll find him. It's fine.
It is a good one. Felix, as a guest, I'm gonna start with you on this one. Who do you want to voice you? And I'm gonna make this harder for you guys. Once a name is on the board,
you can't pick it.
You can't pick it.
That tracks.
So let's say Felix wants to be like Morgan Freeman or whatever.
I was thinking either Morgan Freeman or James Earl Jones, and I'm going back and forth, but just because James just recently passed, I'll go that way. James Earl Jones.
Good
James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones gets a nod. Kevin.
I'm going back and forth between 2 as well.
What's yours?
And What to Gilbert Godfrey or Bobcat Goldthwait?
All right.
I'm gonna go Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh,
I love it.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to write these down for a second because I have a point.
Gilbert Godfrey was my fucking answer.
Okay. Okay, you said Gilbert Godfrey, right?
Yes.
Oh man.
All right, Josh.
Affleck. Anyways, that's such a good question. Now, Bobcat is also, but the thing with Bobcat is if it's modern Bobcat, he doesn't do the voice anymore.
Yeah.
He's just like a dude. I'm gonna go with Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Ooh,
That's a
That
good
would
one.
be fun,
Yeah.
right?
Bubbles.
Okay, so I am also torn between two. Either Julie Andrews
Good answer.
or the person who plays Eloise Bridgerton from the Netflix TV series Bridgerton. I do love her voice, and she's very sharp. I do think I am going to go with Julie Andrews because she kind of just has like this timeless. Now, does it have to be like her current voice, or can I pick her like Mary Poppins days?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to do whatever you like. There's no restraints on you.
I'm going to do Mary Poppins days because she still was able to sing. So it's before, whatever had happened to keep her from being able to continue her singing.
okay.
That's fair.
Okay. So we have Mark Hamill as Joker. Mary Poppins. I'm gonna give Kevin Kevin and Felix an out on this one. Do you have a specific character?
Oh yeah, the bird from Aladdin.
I keep wanting to say Zazu, and it's not Zazu. That's from
No,
Lion
it's
King.
Iago.
Iago. There you go. Yep.
You're welcome.
And as far as James Earl Jones goes for Felix, do you have a certain character?
Yeah, I was also going back between Mufasa and Darth Vader, but I want to be menacing, so Darth Vader.
Ooh.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Mufasa.
The dark side. Anyway.
I say Mufasa is menacing as fuck. That's where the entire you're not supposed to say his name. Like Mufasa,
Yeah.
Mufasa. There's a reason you're not supposed to say his name. He's still fucking menacing.
Say it again.
Well, it's the only time I ever agreed with freaking Whoopi Goldberg. Just saying. So currently we have Darth Vader, Iago, Joker, and Mary Poppins on a panelist for this fucking show.
Which my answer, now that I think about it, is kind of ironic, but we'll not talk about that.
I am torn 7 different ways, to be perfectly honest. Like, probably not 7, but like there's I want to go with what's his name? Gordon Ramsay.
I can't hate on that.
Okay.
Because if you want anybody to narrate your life other than like Samuel Jackson, which would be perfect casting too, I think Gordon Ramsay would be the perfect white version of me. So Gordon Ramsay.
I didn't answer the guy who the guy who voices Cleveland from Family Guy would have been so good because he's a white guy that would have been so funny. Anyways,
I would much rather have the guy that voices Jerome from Family Guy. That guy's voice is fantastic.
The guy that voices Linda from Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
I would love to be Linda.
So my point, and again,
too.
thank you, Jared, for this one, because it's just like I would love to, if there is ever AI type stuff that I can just send in a version of Bastards, even like a 10-minute clip, to have Gordon Batman's Joker, Mark Hamill's version of Joker, Yago, and Darth Vader as fucking panelists.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Now I should have chose Seth MacFarlane. There were so many choices there. Anyways,
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm torn 7 different ways. So anyway, Jared, I hope you had fun with. I hope you had as much fun with that as we did, because that ended up better than I thought it would. So
that was a good question.
Thank you. And if you guys want to be part of the Thank You To review, just go ahead and message one of us on this, myself or Bubbles, actually, because we're the bastards. Message one of the bastards and send us something, and we'll go ahead and figure it out from there. Welcome back to round 3 and beyond. These are actually, we're starting off with the semifinals, which means these next 2. I'm not going to go for third place on this. These next 2 is the last time to steal a vote. Bubbles, Kevin, and Felix all have to steal a vote by my count to use. So this is the last two times to do it. Josh starts us off. Do you want to start off with Jackie Chan or you want to start off with Jet Li?
Jackie Chan.
Okay. One of these is a Chan and Lee, the other one's a Lee and a Lee. So there's that. Josh, is it Rush Hour or Unleashed?
Oh.
This is the reason I wanted the 1 to move on, because it was going to be Unleashed versus the 1, which are my 2
favorite
top Jet Li movies of all time. So when I said I kind of want to fuck myself over, this is what I meant. Josh.
This is personal taste. Unleashed was an incredible movie, in my opinion. But Rush Hour was my entire childhood. I gotta go Rush Hour.
Rush Hour gets a nod. Kevin.
I'll be a completionist and take Freddie's vote and take Rush Hour.
That's what's up.
And with that,
Felix?
I have to go with Rush Hour.
Rush Hour gets a nod.
Oh shit!
Unleashed would have been a better, but just Rush Hour, the nostalgia, like I said, we say, you understand the words that are coming out in my house all the time. I gotta go with Rush Hour.
Bubbles, is it gonna be a
sweep?
Okay, but before we do a sweep, I would like to know, Freddie, how much do you want this vote? I could very kindly vote.
No.
You could ask my opinion, but it doesn't really matter.
It does not matter. As I was just going to interrupt you anyways.
It doesn't matter what your vote is.
This shit.
Hold on, I gotta
Bubbles is
grab
going
this
for Rush Hour on this one. I agree with you.
You
I would have gone with Rush Hour on this one, because Rush Hour.
Sure, you would.
Rush Hour, just for the simple reason, it is highly fucking quotable.
Yes.
And when you're talking about movies for movies, you can go out and watch a movie and it's great then type thing. And you can go back and watch it later and it's still great and everything else. But when you're not watching it and have the ability to go out and just quote lines on your daily basis, and when a telemarketer calls you and you are allowed to go, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Is worth my vote. Since
y'all
it wasn't
quoting that one. Y'all keep quoting that one. I think it's Rush Hour 2. Yeah, I think it's Rush Hour. Yeah.
It's that entire fucking franchise. But
I believe
the first one.
My favorite my favorite line out of all of that, going off of Kevin's on here, has got to be push the goddamn button.
Yes.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. I think it was Rush Hour 2 that I quote a lot, though, where he goes, da, bada umski. So I say that all the time for some reason.
But yeah, it would have been Rush Hour. I don't, mainly because of that.
That's such an obscure line from that movie.
Yeah.
So no matter what, it's going to be a Chan versus Lee in the finals.
It should be.
And no matter what, it's going to be a Lee versus Lee in the third place. Kevin starts us off on this one. Cannot steal a vote. Cannot blow a load. Shanghai Knights, Cradle to the Grave.
Cradle to the fucking grave, dude.
Felix.
I think I've been on Shanghai this whole time, but I have to go to Cradle of the Grave for this one.
Gets a vote. Gets a third. Bubbles.
Is this Shanghai Noon or Shanghai Nights?
Shanghai Night. Shanghai Noon got beat out by Unleashed a while ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That's why I was so salty that last round. I'm
pretty sure pineapple juice would solve that, but that's all right.
Step up the game, Freddie. Damn it.
So I've been told. Keep that shit hydrated.
But it's not pineapple juice, Freddie. It's not the same. I don't know. Like,
tastes like oranges. Fruit punch.
That's just gonna keep you ready to just keep going. But
round 4.5.
I always walk around saying average, and average is good. It's good enough.
It was Shanghai Nights versus what?
Cradle of the Grave.
I'm joking. Just trying to confuse everybody.
You know what? I feel like Cradle of the Grave's gonna win, so that's cool. I am giving Shanghai Nights my vote, but it's more so for Shanghai Noon because I like that one better.
Noon was better than Nights, I agree.
Yeah. Hey, Josh finishes out. Is it Cradle of the Grave or Shanghai Nights?
I prefer Shanghai Morning.
Oh my god!
I'm just making shit up now.
It only depends if I can remember her name. If not, Shanghai Nights is usually better.
Is that more movie news you're making up now, Josh? Shanghai Mornings.
I have to go Cradle to the Grave here.
4-1. All right. And yes, Bubbles, by your vote, Cradle of the Grave already did win. So, with that, steal of votes are off. Nope, steal of votes are off the board, which means Felix and Bubbles, you do not have that anymore. Third place. Felix starts us off, though. Is it Unleashed or Shanghai Nights?
Unleashed.
So yes, I stand corrected. By the way, it is a Chan versus Lee on this one. I wrote the wrong damn name down.
I'd have to go to Unleashed on this one.
Unleashed gets a nod. Again, movie for movie, I'm gonna have to go for Unleashed. I don't remember a single quote, and I can't even go with the entire. It's so much more quotable because it's really not. I don't remember a single quote from Shanghai Nights.
Agreed.
So I'm going to go with Unleashed just for it being a better movie. Bubbles, Shanghai Nights, Unleashed, third place.
I love my Shanghai movies and stuff. I love it enough, but again, it was Noon that I really liked. I think the only thing that really stands out to me on Nights is where he's talking to that really pretty girl, then she smiles and her teeth are all not brushed and which just proves a smile could definitely change everything. So you should still smile. But I am gonna go with Unleashed because again, it was overall just the better.
gets a vote. After Bubbles' vote, I should probably tell you that Unleashed knocked out Shanghai Noon. So Unleashed also has the opportunity to knock out Shanghai Nights, but that is up to Josh. Josh,
Wait
is it
after the vote?
Is it Unleashed or Shanghai Nights?
It's not even a question for me. It's Unleashed.
Attacking today. I don't know why he just. You know what? I feel like this is getting more and more, Freddie. I feel like you just want to fight with me, and I don't understand.
I mean, if we were closer, we could have that conversation, but that's the difference. Alicia gets that vote and the win.
Fire if you don't want the smoke, Freddie.
I want some kind of smoke. Kevin, finish this out. Is it Unleashed or Shanghai Nights?
Fuck Jackie Chan's braids. Unleashed.
4-1. Unleashed gets third place. Moving on to the finals. I start this one off. I'm going to be a man of completion, just like Kevin. I will be blowing my load. Bubbles, is it Rush Hour or Cradle to the Grave?
We did this.
We did do this, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I will also be blowing my load.
Saw that one coming. Josh.
Don't forget to clean it up. I got the napkins.
I can't even get under her, so.
Hats off to you, Kevin.
Anyway. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. And I love that when people listen to this audio podcast, that'll just be a bunch of nobody saying anything and people giggling. I'm gonna.
That's why they need to watch.
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta come see us. And you get to see Bubbles. I'm gonna have to go with Rush Hour. It's such a hard decision because, like,
it is.
But it is Jackie Chan versus Jet Li. It's not martial arts movies. So for that reason, if it was martial arts movies bracket specifically, then I would probably go Cradle to the Grave. But Rush Hour. I do have to mention there is a Jackie Chan movie called Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know if anybody has seen it. But for me, that's my favorite Jackie Chan movie. He drives a fucking giant dump truck through the front of the baddie's house, and it's awesome. So, anyways, yeah.
Rush Hour gets a vote off of that one, Kevin.
So I don't think this is gonna win, but again, to quote his co-star, "Knock knock, open up the door. It's real with the nonstop pop, the stainless steel."
Again, rest in peace, Mr. DMX, who, by the way, ironically enough, is a fucking preacher, and that still was a preacher. It's not anymore.
Right.
Unless you get a Ouija board out, and then you never know. Felix, Cradle to the Grave, Rush Hour.
Cradle to the Hour. Rush Hour. I have to go with Rush Hour, just for all the reasons I've already explained. Just Cradle to the Grave, though. Oh my God, that's a good one. I wouldn't mind whoever wins on this one. I won't be mad, but I got to go with Rush Hour for myself.
Bubbles, please know that I have the utmost respect and love for you.
I know, Freddie.
So, knowing, because I know who you're gonna vote for.
Yeah, you do.
Knowing who you're gonna vote for anyway doesn't really matter. I'm gonna give you the honor and responsibility, being the bastard you are, to announce who wins this bracket, because I will be giving you tie-breaking decision.
Oh. So Obviously, it's the rush hour party. Oh, I used to have poppers in here.
Wow.
What kind of poppers are we talking about? Anyways.
Jalapeno.
Cream cheese or cheddar?
Hey.
Cream cheese. We might even throw a couple cheddar in there just to this is different, just a little surprise. But like when you
Rush Hour gets
gets
first place. Cradle to the Grave gets second. Unleash gets third. That is our show this week. Bubbles, where can people find you?
You can find me right here on Bracket Bastards, or you can also occasionally find me on the TikTok under Jessie Marie.
You can find Josh at
on the We Love Wrestling podcast on all of the podcast platforms except for iTunes, because for some reason iTunes hates me. So there it is. And
you can
definitely. What's that?
Go ahead.
And if you have any topics you'd like to hear as a wrestling fan or not a wrestling fan, if you want to get into it, leave comments on all of my social medias, and we'll try to cover that, because I'm interested in what other people want to hear. So,
speaking of wrestling stuff, we did figure out recently what our Mania podcast, our Mania topic is going to be this year.
Yeah,
we're doing a King of the Ring style tournament like we always do, but the rules on this one is we're going to pick certain time periods of wrestlers, meaning, let's say, Bret Hart in the 90s. Not Bret Hart now, Bret Hart in the 90s. And it's going to be WWE/F, WCW, AEW, and the different independents like TNA, stuff like that, rounding out each quadrant. And we're going to be voting on who we think would win between the actual wrestlers themselves, however they're matched up.
Mm-hmm.
There will be fights on this show.
Oh, yeah.
So look forward to that one. That's a week before Mania. So the 13th, I think, the 12th, 13th of April next year. Make sure to check that one out. It's going to be fucking fun. You can find Kevin at...
You can find me at the Mod Squad Network on YouTube, or Back to the Retro Review on YouTube. You can also find me at Back to the Retro Review, all one word, on Instagram.
And, of course, you can find the first time and hopefully not only time guest, Felix, at...
You can find me at the Mod Squad Network on YouTube. We also have the Facebook community, the official Mod Squad community. Yeah.
And of course, I'm your host, Freddie Fish. You can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracketology and Bracket Bastards. On Bracketology, we have 2 polls going up every single day. Currently, it is one called Tunes, which are theme songs from different cartoons from our childhood and current as well. We're in the play-in matchups, and it actually kind of made me mad because today's, as we record, matchup is Reading Rainbow versus Magic School Bus.
Oh, that's a fuck you, Freddie.
Yeah, it is.
Which I did myself because I didn't think Reading Rainbow would do that well. Reading Rainbow, last time I checked, is beating Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
And it's not even close.
It should, yeah.
Like, I'm kind of offended by that. The other one is called Dirty Destinations, which we are finishing out round 1 today, which is dirty sounding town names across the U.S.
I saw that one.
Like, for instance, Cox, spelled C-O-X, Cox, Idaho. There's like, what is it? Intercourse. There's a Intercourse, Pennsylvania, Dix, Michigan,
But I love dicks.
Cumming, Iowa. There's there's a whole bunch of them. So we will be doing that one eventually on Bastards as well, because I think a whole bunch of perverted individuals would be kind of fun. On Twitter is Fisher777. We're all at Bracket Bastards. And of course, on Instagram, as always, you can find me at Can't Lick Me, not one word. Next week, we are kicking off season 6 with one of the modern day comedic geniuses, Mr. Eddie Murphy. Is a 32 movie matchup. We're going back to the full-fledged as well, so no more verses at this current time. We don't have any verses on the calendar, at least until next summer, so no more Sweet 16s. And as always, I try to end the show with quotes. Rush Hour won this one as a Jackie Chan movie, which means it will be going last. However, I do have a Jet Li quote. Love is more powerful than kicking ass. Jet Li, or not, that was Jet Li. Jackie Chan in replying, it says, in work and in life, no matter how smart, how talented, how beautiful you are, you also have to be a good person. That is our show this week, guys. See you next time for season 6.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.